do that, huh? Be like that. What's striking?
Yeah.
It's a place to go but down.
So we're just waiting for Miss Deborah, and she said she was coming. She will make her own. So when she gets her.
This is the new policy.
What is your typical wait?
So this is the current
You have a half hour.
change database policy that we're adopting.
And we can't have any conversation without her. No. We'll talk about
It is in here.
all day long. Now we have a topic. I just wanted to be sure that I.
Yeah, no, we usually
You
talk.
can't talk about things, you just can't take any votes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can open the meeting, but we tend to shy away from doing that if we know a quorum is coming.
Oh, yeah. But pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, we are at an open meeting. You can talk about things, you just can't vote. But if there is a quorum that's showing up and action needs to be taken, it makes sense to wait for the quorum. Well, it's good to know that you just don't turn around and walk out. You use the time to talk about things that you're not voting on.
Yeah.
If she doesn't come.
Correct. And if you find out she's not coming, we can open the meeting, establish that there's no quorum, and you would just say it's an informational meeting, where you can't do anything.
So let's wait until then after the reading, we're going to discuss what our options are. That's your summary. Not bad.
Okay.
I just realized as I was
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which you can totally
Many years ago.
Yeah, I think so.
Right now, yeah, because I did was early, so it's rain, and I was trying to do it on my days off.
We know more than that.
Right now, we're asking about the safety economies. Okay. Do you have one?
Laid off on that.
That might have come.
I think you might have added. You guys mind turning them off until the meeting starts? Is that only because it's literally on my eye? If you know how, if not, I don't know.
That's so real.
You are so nice. Thank you for taking that out of my eyes. Thank you, thank you.
So next time around, we have house.
excited to decorate the holidays, so because I could go fish them for the house.
Yes, I think I was on the stage, and I was watching, because I walk around like this. Any luck reaching Deb?
For those of you who have come in late, the reason we haven't started is we don't have a quorum yet. We have one person supposedly coming. If she does, which we hope she does, we will get started.
We could do it.
It says the optics on that list is going to suffer. Addressing 3 cases, 30 minutes? 30 minutes is reasonable. Because we don't know what questions anyone will have, so especially when it's still on the calendar. So, hold that for an audience.
Slow it.
They're circulating right now.
Okay, no problem.
Everyone's but one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something like that, though. It all becomes public if it's done in the open forum. If I were you, I would do it as much as I
No, this is very good, believe me, I've been around long enough, but this research, it doesn't have to break, it's a matter of where I can put it.
You see that plan? First grade, Mrs. Holden's class, Bobby Sherman, we was standing. Bobby Sherman?
I know the singer, right? Things that you don't forget.
Things
that you don't forget.
First grade child. To have. That's a landmark.
We have copies of the
That's like 20 minutes.
Would you guys recommend waiting 30 minutes before we have a conversation? Or are you just saying 30 minutes for a quorum?
What, you have 30 minutes to call the meeting to order, is what the rules say.
Counselor, what's your recommendation?
I mean, I think it depends on, I think it depends on what you're trying to do. If the action that, if what you want to discuss is going to be something that action is going to need to be taken on, it doesn't make a ton of sense to do that without having a quorum. So I think it really depends, because you don't want to talk about everything that you have on your agenda and then have to do it again when you have a quorum.
And we can't go into executive session for that.
Right, because you can't take votes.
We're super sorry, all of us are here, and now Ms. Ray is here, so.
Wow.
Kate is here.
She walks in.
Wow.
I don't have to. I want him to so bad.
We're not even gonna go there.
No, because we don't have a quorum for executive session.
Should we communicate something? Yeah.
So you guys got an email from me?
They told me that he spoke to Vice Chair last night, who expressed that he could not attend.
Oh, okay, so
That's what Jose had conveyed to me.
okay, because I was not communicating this, so I didn't know what the question.
Okay.
Yes, I was never
It was
missed.
issued in December 10th, it wasn't public until 2 weeks ago, it was the exact date.
Well, I
On the bottom
think
of the report,
in the bus situation, going to rainstorms in Providence, something happened, and she's trying to.
Well, this is not at all.
She would then these are the reports about like on the latest. Do you already have the gang gators policy?
No, I don't.
Okay. So this, the gang gators policy was issued December 10th, but it wasn't public. It wasn't public until about 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And then the bottom sheets are the reports that we got through
Okay.
APRA request.
All right, thank you, Justice.
Thank you for giving us reading material.
Do you all want a copy?
No.
This policy that these were told us about, that is a new policy that we went on.
This is your current
This
policy.
is on your, so this went into effect 10th of December.
The evaluation date was June 10th. On the front page of
I have.
So we weren't part of the evaluation and we didn't know about it until these guys told us. Jose, Justice just gave us each a copy of this policy. Did you have copies also? or-
Electronically, but not hard copies.
Is this something you've seen before?
I haven't seen this before.
Thank you.
I did put my hearing aids in, so I can hear everything you say, so that would have been better if I did it the other way around. So they're saying that these are the people who are on the deleted version.
So 143, 137.
But what?
I have no idea.
Right.
It's very confusing. Difference of these 719. 15 black, 57 white, 41.
I have a question. Do y'all have like a document with like
This is what's kind of confusing for us.
Says they're deleted.
It says 57 total deleted.
I don't think any of us have ever what this
Yeah,
is.
well, that on the second page.
I can help explain. Please.
Thank you. It says need to discuss it. So this is like, we don't have a quorum.
Okay, so let's start strategizing on how to use the time and in fact we conduct a meeting for information purposes only.
That's super helpful. Thank you.
Yep. And I want to be respectful of the community members who came out. This issue, I'm not questioning it. No. So to be addressed by the community. And just not comment.
Jose, can we talk? Can we talk amongst ourselves? Oh, we can't.
You can, because you don't
We're
have
not
a
making a
quorum.
vote.
We don't have a quorum.
Then can we just talk to you, please, Jose? I think that instead of us, like, our agenda, we say that it's at the house and we don't respond, and then information is on the web. Just let that happen, and listen. Is that really? We're not going to respond.
I had to try to.
This is talking about our stuff in front of world. And then we have Justin's drawing. Well, we just, what we're talking about doing, guys, is out of respect for members of the public who could come tonight, I just want to make sure that people were okay with asking the public if they want to make public comment. We can't respond because we're not prepared to respond. We can listen to things like about this paperwork that's being handed out, and their presentation.
Yeah, I mean, I would just, the only thing I would consider is whether or not they are going to want you to take some sort of action. And,
We have 4 people who we can listen and we can help.
right, but I'm saying like in the future, and I'm just looking at like what is on the agenda, and there's not, you don't have like an open comment like portion of the agenda, which is if that's something that you're gonna wanna do, you're gonna wanna have
So
that.
in our practice, we choose when and how we've done it. It's worked very well for a year and a half. That's how we've done it. We always let the public comment.
Okay, I'm just telling you that for open meeting purposes, we might wanna have that on the agenda. You do?
Usually, like in our meetings, like with finance, we do allow public comment. It's usually at the call of the chair. We don't have it on the agenda, but if the chair wants to
That's
have
what you
public
guys
comment.
advised me a year and a half ago. And it's
Yeah.
worked just right. There's been public comment at every single meeting.
Yeah.
I think that's what, yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, and I don't want to say to people, sorry.
No, it's just, I mean, it's a little redundant.
We're
Yes.
not going to send people home. That's not what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying, it's hard to have conversations when you can't take action because of that. You want to take action on something.
What we're talking about is we don't have a quorum, so we can't go into the, I think we can open the meeting without a quorum, and it can be for informational purposes only. It's not logical for us to do our agenda because we have to redo it when we have a quorum, but out of respect for the number of people that have come out on this crummy night, because this matters so much to you, I feel like it's, and to us, I feel like it's really important to let you be heard. The caveat being, we can't take action, we can't take motions, we can't do anything other than hear you. Is that correct, Counselor? We just can't.
Yes.
So, well, that's what our legal counsel is saying, Shauna. That's what we have to go on, and that's what the clerk is saying. If you'd rather we just not have a meeting and walk out, we could do that, but it feels really disrespectful, so that's the situation we're in. I will defer to our counsel.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take any action. You can listen to what people want to say. My only point is, if what people are going to say is going to, at some point, invoke action, it might make sense to wait until you can take action to hear what they have to say. So that they're not saying it twice, if you're not, you know, I understand that you want to be respectful. I'm just saying, it might not.
We might just run into
So you're saying it
Right.
might be better just to say we're not going to have a meeting tonight?
If what they're,
Can I ask Jill for clarification?
I can't hear you, Shauna.
She
Can I ask
she
Jill
asked
for
for clarification.
clarification?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just curious, so is it correct that, I mean, they can't without a quorum take any votes and do formal business, but if it's just conversation, discussion, especially the fact that if the only issue would be, oh, can the members who aren't here have access to hear what was discussed so they can learn from it before any votes may be taken in the future when there is a quorum? And couldn't they just, if Steve Alquist is kind enough, which he always is, to share his video and make it available to the public, which is kind of part of his mission, I guess, then they could still catch up on the discussion even if they weren't present for it, and there's nothing stopping the discussion legally, I mean,
I
right?
understand that, but what I've just been told by a board member is that they want to hear what you say, and then she wants to make a motion based on what you say for this board to take action. So what I'm saying is, if you're gonna make a presentation that action is going to be required, which is what the board member is telling me, then the presentation is going to happen again, so that somebody can make a vote, make a motion, which votes will have to be taken. So it might be in everybody's best interest if you're not making a presentation tonight, and then making the same presentation when the entire board is here so that the motion can be made.
We can come in again.
Present again.
Is there a reason why a board member just didn't show up to the scheduled meeting?
I can't answer that.
The member who was the member who said she was coming comes here on city bus, and in this weather, I believe that could be the issue, but it's been a half hour now, which the clerk is saying is the time frame you give. So there's no reason other than I think probably she has a transportation issue and or something's wrong in that.
5 other people that are on the board.
I'm sorry?
Right, there's
4 or 5
9
other
people, there's 9 people on the board, we need 5 for a quorum, we only have 4.
So I think
Right.
like the issue that the papers that we like just handed out, it's an important issue, and while it would be great for you to be able to take action on it, I'd rather at least y'all be able to hear what the issue is now, and then you can take action at the next meeting or discuss in between meetings what action might need to be taken. But I feel like it makes sense to have the meeting and have public comment.
Well, they can't discuss things that have happened because there's not a quorum. So these four
They
people.
can discuss the public comment though.
They can discuss, they just can't
It's
vote.
gonna, no, they can't. They can't discuss official board business unless there is a quorum. It is a rolling quorum. If these four people then go talk to a board member that is not here, that is considered a rolling quorum and it is a violation of open meetings.
Is there a reason why there aren't any designated alternates for situations like this?
There's
There never
9
has
members
been.
of the board. You need
And so
a
5 people
majority.
just didn't show up today.
So I have a question. Can we have an unofficial meeting with you all that's not on the record, that's recorded by Steve? Because I'm confused why we can't talk to the board.
If you record it, it's an official meeting.
Right, you can't, no, you can't do that.
It's not an official meeting.
And you keep saying we can't, I'm getting a little offended by that word, you can't. I think we're entitled to.
I'm saying the board cannot. The board
Oh.
cannot do certain things.
Wait, so not recorded by the city, but like if this is public officials, we're having a conversation, it's not recorded in the official meeting notes. Is that a conversation we can have?
If these board members are going to do anything that has to do with the role that they serve on this board, they cannot do so unless there is a quorum. That is what the.
That's not what we're saying.
That's not
That's
true.
also not what we're saying. What we're saying is, can we direct them about the policies that have come up as, because frankly, right, like Allison, we can meet on our own for coffee, talk over this, I think you can come back to the board and make a vote on it, right? So that's essentially what this.
No, I can't do anything. If you want to meet with me alone and educate me on something I'm
Yeah.
not aware of course you can, but if the board is taking action.
Oh, no, but I
has to
mean, the
learn
next
about it.
board meeting, you can bring that information you learned on the coffee day as part of your decision
At a
making.
meeting.
Right, at a meeting.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you can't do it there, but you can do it at a meeting. So at this point, there's a room
You want to
where,
have a coffee clutch right now.
what?
You want to have a coffee clutch.
Essentially, right, like. it-
I started this by saying you were all here, I would
Yeah.
like to give you an opportunity. I'm asking legally how we can make that happen. That's where this conversation
Yeah.
started. It wasn't, we don't want to, it's
No,
how
yeah,
can
absolutely.
It's
We
not
get that.
we can't, it's how can we. So I still don't have clarification on how can we legally have an opportunity for you to address
Yeah.
us.
They can talk to you as much as they want. You just can't do anything about it.
That's what we've been saying.
Right, correct.
That's what we've been
That's what we
saying.
would like. Can that light go off again?
They can still discuss, they just can't then do
Shauna,
ones and twos after. I mean, I'm just looking at the law, I don't know, it's a joke.
I said, you can talk all you want.
But they can too. They just can't fill in the others one by one by one, like that's a rolling quorum. What they do in here is not a rolling quorum.
I'm not walking to the light yet.
You see it smoke.
Thank you.
I don't want to press the button.
So, final question is, our lawyer, our attorney, our counsel, two of you, can we allow the public to address us if we don't respond, if we don't make comment, if we just hear them for a set period of time, so at least they get
Yes,
off their chest
yes.
what they want to say, and we cut it, and then we come back, and they can do it again at the next meeting, but at least they don't feel like they came here for no reason. They can impart their information to the four of us, and we'll hear it a second time, because this is the time allocated to it. Is that all right?
Yes, I just want to make clear that what I'm saying is that you can not all go talk to the other members of the board
Totally understand.
about what happened.
Sure.
So if any action is going to be taken, we're going to hear everything twice. That's all I'm saying.
I think we're all going to hear a lot of things multiple times in this journey, so I think that sounds fine.
So we're gonna have a listening session.
We're going to have a listening
Everyone
session.
come back, and if they need to do it again, it seems like everyone who's here is committed to saying what they need to say 15 or 16 times. I don't think there'll be a problem if they come back and say it a second time. Am I wrong?
No.
Okay, so let's get to it. We'll have a listening session, people are here, it's raining
Well, okay
outside, they
then,
want to
she's
talk. No, but I mean, this is ridiculous. We're going through all this because it's like, they can't say this, we can't say that. They obviously came to say what they need to say. There's obviously something that's important that people need to get off their chest. So if we're listening to what they have to say, and we can't action on it right now, we listen to what they have to say, okay, we come back when we can take action, they say what they have to say again if they have to, or we write it down or whatever we have to do, and then we take action at the appropriate time.
That is
I don't see
exactly-
why this is like
We
this big,
actually-
what are we thinking? It's not rocket science. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's ridiculous. You spent 10 minutes talking about whether or not you can work.
We're going to
stay within the parameters of the law so we won't violate any.
I totally understand that, but it's one simple thing.
Do we
Can we have a listening session?
Do we,
Yes,
do we
bang.
technically open the meeting?
There you go.
Is it an open meeting, call it after a roll call? Just state that you don't have a quorum, and state that this is just a meeting. Okay. Opening meeting, please call the quorum. I'll say it again. And if she walks in, we can then have a meeting, correct?